Hello everyone, welcome back to a new vlog. I hope you're all doing well. I just want to start this video by saying thank you so much for all of the lovely comments on the last vlog. I have been reading them and I can't believe it. I'm just so grateful. I never expected my YouTube channel to be such a lovely and special community of people. And yeah, I'm just so grateful. I just really wanted to start off by saying a huge thank you because I love chatting to you, replying to your comments. Your recommendations are always amazing, your feedback, your advice, and I'm just so grateful. So welcome back to my new vlog. I've been having quite an exciting few days really. I was actually just on a call and I was saying that I'm in a phase of life at the moment where I am ready for change and I'm ready for something new. I feel like I have been really stagnant and I've just been coasting along, going with the flow. I've been doing the same thing for however many years now, and I feel like I need to shake it up a bit and get myself out of my comfort zone, because you only experience change and growth when you get yourself out of that comfort zone and make yourself uncomfortable and you try something new. And it's scary and it's daunting, but it's always worth it. So this year has been a real year for me to just actually do the things that I say I want to do and that I bore Jack with telling him about all the time. And the last few months I have been actioning all of those things. So as you know, I did my interior design course. I've now received my diploma. I got it through the post and it's a very official certificate with an emblem and like embossing. It's beautiful. So I'm very proud of that because that is one thing that I have just been talking about doing for such a long time and never actually done it. And I'm so glad that I did. I've been working the last week or so on Monday Maison, my new virtual interior design service, and I've been chatting with people, booking in calls, consultations, lots of things. I've been working on a few free projects, one which is still going on at the moment. Ooh. Hello. That's funny. Sorry about that, just had a call from Jack, but I can't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah, Monday Maison. So I've pushed myself out my comfort zone, I've done something new and it's a challenge, it's something different, and I'm working with people and I'm providing a service that gives me purpose and I feel so excited about it. And I'm just in this season at the minute of change. I just want to do new things, want to push myself a little bit. And obviously there's an extent to that. The person who I was just speaking to, I said that I feel like this is a time in somebody's life where they would want to go and travel the world on their own, or they want to do a skydive, or like that, you know, that feeling of like you just want to do something new and different and like push yourself. I don't want to do either of those things, but I just want to add new strains into my life. And I had this conversation with Jack's sister so much because Jack and I have been together for 10 years this year and we very much have the same goals in life. We have the same morals, the same values. This is so awkward. Guys, the window cleaner has just arrived and he's outside the window and he was watching me. Oh god, Jack's ringing me back. Phew, saved by the bell. Hello. Oh my god, I just had the most awkward encounter of my life. I was talking to my vlog and I'm standing like where I usually stand in the kitchen by the sink with my camera, like, you know, on the top of the soaps. And the window cleaner just arrived and I was just standing there talking to myself really loud. It is a couple of hours later. I've just been editing the start of this vlog and I've just been laughing at the fact that I didn't actually carry on vlogging once the window cleaner was staring at me. I just got straight into baking the muffins. I think it was just because I was so shocked that he was staring at me and so embarrassed I just forgot. But anyway, that was a couple of hours ago. It is now 6:45. Jack should be on his way home. I decided that I really wanted to make some banana muffins because I had 2 very, very ripe bananas that I needed to use, and usually I'd make a loaf, but the other day I made some muffins and they're so good. I really love having them like as a breakfast or like a mid-morning snack. They are so nice. So I think Jack's gonna be quite pleased about that. What got me into starting it was that I made a wild garlic pesto because the other one, we've eaten it all. And we've got pasta tonight with pesto. So I thought, oh, I'll knock that up now. It was about 5 o'clock. Get that ready, put it in the fridge so we can just like whiz up some pasta. And then I got a bit carried away and started doing banana muffins. But I am in my cozy pajamas. The best time of day is when I can put my pajamas on. And I think I've shown you these ones already, but they're new from the Napco. Oh, I just love them. I feel like these pajamas are just me all over. Pale blue, gingham, shirt, trousers. I just love them. They are so soft and cozy. If you're looking for a Mother's Day gift, I really recommend Napco pajamas, especially their new spring line. It's so gorgeous. And my big cozy dressing gown because it's actually quite chilly. Once it gets to the evening, I get so cold. I think our house is just a cold house, to be honest. But I keep getting distracted because I'm sat next to my cosmos seeds. I think I mentioned this in the last vlog, but we don't really have many windowsills in our house. The front of the house is all sash windows and we don't have any windowsills at all. It's literally just window wall. So I can't really put anything on that side. And then this side of the house, quite a weird layout with our windows. So the only ones I really have is this one in the kitchen and then the guest bathroom. We've got like this weird kind of like cupboard thing where I've got all my sweet peas. So my sweet peas are upstairs. They are looking incredible. They've grown so much and I've pinched the tops off and regrown the roots on those. And then here I planted some cosmos the other day, which are looking quite good. I've got quite a few little seedlings coming up. Some of them have gone really droopy and almost like kind of died. I don't know if anyone can tell me why this is. If I show you, like this one, for example, this was like broken off. Can you even see that? This was kind of broken off and it's got like a brown section on the root down there. So I don't know what's gone on with those. Some of them have, actually quite a few have gone like that. Does that mean the soil is like too wet? I'm not sure, but some of them are looking good. Anyways, I have never grown anything from seed before, so I don't know why I touched that. I've got soil everywhere now. Yeah, I've never grown anything from seed before, so for me this is like a real new thing, so any advice would be amazing. But plan for the evening is to have some pesto pasta and probably watch TV and go to bed. Our evenings are not very interesting. It's probably why I don't really vlog much in the evenings because literally we don't really do anything. But I did pick up a new book today. I really wanted to get, in the bookshop in Tenterden, I really wanted to get another Lisa Jewell book because, as I said in the last vlog, this one is incredible, which I'm going to post to one of you tomorrow. But they didn't have any in there, which was really annoying. So, and I wanted to get it there and then, otherwise I would have just ordered it online. But I saw this one, Anthony Horowitz, who I haven't read any of his books before, but it just kind of drew me in, and it's based in London. I always quite like books when they're based in England, so I thought I would give this a go. I think it's a bit more of like a murder mystery type book, figure out who the murderer is. So I think this will be quite good. So I'll let you know my thoughts on this. I think I'm going to start that one tonight. Get in bed, read my book for a bit. I've been sleeping really well at the moment. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm actually winding down and I'm not going on my phone. I have such a tendency, I don't know if it's like a creative brain thing, But in the evening, it's like my brain comes to life and I suddenly think of all these new ideas for content and all these things I want to do, and I just can't switch my brain off. But at the moment, I've been really good at, when I'm eating dinner, I don't go on my phone, and then once we've like got in bed, I just don't look at my phone, which is so much better. And another thing I've been doing is changing my hue on my phone, like the colour. So usually it's very blue, but I've created this setting on my phone where I can touch the lock button 3 times. I don't know if this is going to show up, but if I go 1, 2, 3, then it makes my screen red. So it adds like a red light filter to your phone, which is amazing because it's so much better for your eyes at night. Obviously it discolors everything, so it's kind of weird. If you're scrolling on Instagram, everything looks really red. But in the evenings, I tend to read a lot of Substacks and newsletters and things like that. So it's really handy. Or like writing in my notes page, things for tomorrow and bits and bobs. So it's really good for that. The way to do it is go on settings, go to accessibility, and then display and text size. Then you click on color filters, and then make sure that you've enabled color filters. Then you select color tint, and you can adjust how bright you want it, how red you want it, whatever. So this is what the page will look like. And then obviously you can adjust down here how red you want it to be. So that's obviously before, and then if you had it super red, but I just have it kind of like halfway. And that is it. It's super easy, but I've been really enjoying doing that. What a gorgeous morning. It is literally 7:30 and oh my goodness, the weather is so nice. Oh, I love waking up in the morning and coming outside like first thing when the weather is like this. It just feels so good. I literally haven't even brushed my hair. I look a bit of a mess, but it's so nice. Oh, blue skies, it's warm already. It smells like spring, it's just heaven. So I need to get myself ready for the day and get cracking through my to-do list. But how gorgeous is this weather? I just love it. It is the first official day of spring today, and oh my god, what a day we have got. It's, I think, highs of 17 degrees and it's already so warm. I went out this morning to the post office really early and it was already warm and I am absolutely loving it. Today I'm having a proper like spring, beginning of spring, house reset, house sort out, kind of like just to get organised. I actually wrote a newsletter about this because it's one of those things that I tend to love doing at the start of each season. I think I called it like my pre-spring master list. And I wrote a humongous list of like things I do in my wardrobe, my house, my garden, and just kind of like preparing everything for the warmer months. It's that time of year where you can have the windows open, the doors open, the fresh air, put your washing outside. It's such a good feeling. So already this morning I have cleaned down the kitchen, just sorted it all out. I've given a little bit of a trim and a water to the herbs on the windowsill. I've got some bits I want to do in the garden later, but this morning, first thing I want to do is get the sofa covers, the blankets, Basil's blankets, washed or aired out. So I tend to, probably like every 2 weeks, I take all of Basil's bedding out of his cage and I'll like shake it all outside. Sometimes I hoover it, I'll wash it and then I will leave it to dry. I also do the same thing with the sofas. So I'm actually just about to wash the sofa covers, and I also want to air out this blanket because I have actually washed this. So there are feathers everywhere from those pillows. I'm just gonna put this outside. This is from the White Company. There we go, the blanket is airing. So I've got a few things in the washing machine already, a couple of things that I want to wash today, but I thought I would show you. This is my little like washing drawer. It's a bit of a mess, but anyway, it does the job. This fabric conditioner is absolutely incredible. It smells amazing. I don't always use this one because I don't really shop at M&S, but if I do an Ocado shop, I will always buy this. Sometimes I just get the Lenore like sensitive, can't remember what it's called. I think it's called like Fresh Outside or something. But this smells so lovely. It's the sandalwood and rose scent, and I really, really recommend it. You don't really need a lot either. And obviously you don't use fabric conditioner with everything, but it smells amazing. And then I just use the Fairy little capsules, Oxy Action Vanish Crystal White for all the whites. I find that really amazing actually. And then I have a little stain remover brush as well, just for when things get super muddy. And that is it. That's my little washing lineup. I've got the stable door open. It sounds really echoey because Basil's cage is currently empty, so there's nothing soft in here, but having this open is just such a dream. Oh, Basil's bed's airing out down there. I also need to give the wellies a bit of a clean today, because hopefully we won't be going in thick mud for a while, fingers crossed. I mean, we probably will because it will rain, but what a joy. Next on my list is hoovering. I honestly hoover the floors twice a day, every day. I feel like if you've got a dog and you're a little bit of a perfectionist and a neat freak like me, you will probably feel the same. I know Jack's mum is exactly the same. Basil, what are you doing? You can't play with the hoover. This is the Dyson, what's it called? V10? We've had this for years. The charge doesn't last that long. I do have to charge it quite a lot, but it's still good. It still does the job. And I feel like a cordless hoover, you kind of know that you're going to have to charge it a lot and it just does the job. I would love to upgrade it to the one with the light. Jack's mum has that and it's incredible. I sometimes use it when I'm staying over and like they're away or something and I just want to clean up and hoover it. And it's so good because you can see all of the pet hair in the corners, like the places you don't really know. And I feel like the spring is the best time to do these kind of cleans because the sun, as soon as the sun comes into your house, you notice everything. Things that you haven't seen for months, like cobwebs. I mean, we have a lot of cobwebs in our house. They always get stuck to like the beams and things, so that's why I'm cleaning all the time. Dust and like pet hair, and the windows always look so bad in the sun, especially this door because Basil puts his face up against it and his nose and he squishes his face up, so the bottom like 4 windows are always so smudgy. Anyway, I'm gonna get on with the hoovering. Hoovering done, I am now going to take off the sofa covers. I'm not going to do all of them, I'm just going to do the seats because I tend to wash the seats a lot more regularly than I do the back cushions. So because it's such a warm day today, I'm hoping these are going to dry quite quickly. I always get questions on our sofa because I think it looks really beautiful and it kind of looks quite expensive, to be honest. It looks like it would be a loaf or something like that. But if you are new, you probably don't know how I got my sofa. I feel like I talk about it all the time because I'm really proud of it. I'm such a bargain hunter, and if I can find something that has the look that I want but a fraction of the price, I'm all over it. So I saw a sofa from Loaf that I really loved, but it was like, I think $2.5 grand per sofa, and we obviously needed 2, which is extortionate. I would never pay like £5,000 for 2 sofas. That's extreme. So I did a lot of hunting and I came across Comfortly, which is a company that do sofa covers and armchair covers specifically for IKEA furniture. And I ordered a load of samples. I really loved this one. I think it's the linen blend fabric in the shade linen, I believe. And they were pretty good price. Obviously we needed like 2 sets and they were quite a good price. And then I found, why are you looking that? That's really strange. But then I was looking on IKEA to try and find a sofa that I liked that I could put some covers on, and I found this one, which was actually end of line, so it was such an amazing price. I think it was £300 per sofa, but the covers were like an orange and bright blue tartan, which would probably look amazing in someone's house, but just not really my style. So anyways, we got the sofas, and then the covers arrived, we put the covers on, and they are exactly what I imagined, and it's so comfortable. I think IKEA sometimes get a bit of a bad rep that their cushions and sofas and things like that aren't comfortable, but we love our sofa. I think it's amazing. Everybody that comes around says how comfy it is. We've had times where like friends have slept on it when we've got loads of people staying, and everybody says how comfortable it is. So that was definitely a good bargain. And obviously, if we decided we wanted to, I don't know, completely change this room, or in the future if we ever wanted different sofas, we can just change the covers. It's so easy. And actually the main reason why I thought it was such a great idea is that it's so easy to take the sofa covers off and wash them. It's literally genius. I would never get a sofa now that I couldn't take the covers off and wash them, because it is just the best idea and it makes life so much easier. You can completely take every single bit of this sofa off, even like the complete cover that covers the armrests and like the base and everything. You can wash the whole thing. You just have to do it on a low temperature wash. Not sponsored by IKEA or Comfortly. I would love it if it was, but yeah, I just thought I'd recommend it because I know I get a lot of DMs asking for like sofa recommendations, and a lot of people say that they really love our sofa, and it was quite a random job of finding it, and it's quite like a bitty process, but I'm so glad. It was so worth it, and we saved a lot of money. So they are ready to go in the wash in a second once my other wash load is done. I thought I would just show you how I've styled the coffee table. I actually really want to get a new coffee table. We've had this for quite a long time, and I just would quite like something that matches in with the beams a little bit more. Like this, the dark beam on here. Obviously we've got all of the beams in around the house, and I just think a really nice dark wooden kind of like rustic coffee table would be really nice, and a little bit more of a rectangle, because sometimes I find these round edges, it's actually quite small, and we use it quite a lot when we're hosting, and it just gets overloaded with drinks and snack plates and like platters, and it just gets so hectic. So I feel like we need something a little bit bigger. But anyways, I've styled it with a few magazines. I always love buying magazines. I'm such like a traditional person. I love holding a book and holding a magazine and reading it. So I'm always buying magazines. I've got a couple of little coffee table books. This potted mascari, which looks so beautiful. I think this is my favourite spring flower. Little candle, matchbox, more books, and then I've got my little home sense vase with some faux hydrangeas in, just to brighten that up a little bit. So that's what I've got on the coffee table at the moment. So I'm going to get these in the wash, and then we can move on to the next thing. Another little injection of spring that I don't think I spoke through in the last vlog. I'm pretty sure I showed you me making it, but I didn't actually talk about it. So I put together this little spring table centerpiece because I really wanted to film it for Instagram to give you guys some inspo for like Easter and spring hosting, and this is so easy to do. So this bowl, I actually cannot remember for the life of me where this is from. I've had this for years, since I lived at home. It's really beautiful, and Etsy do sell quite a lot of similar styles. So all I did was get some supermarket daffodils and some white hyacinths. You could obviously use whatever you want. And I don't know if you can actually see because I've put all of the moss in and around, but I used floristry frogs. So I've got 2 big ones and 2 little ones to create this display. They are basically, if you haven't heard of them, they're like quite heavy circles with loads and loads of prongs in. They're very sharp, so you've got to be careful with them, but it basically just allows you to stick flower stems into them, and you can create something like this, and they are so handy. You can use them for absolutely anything. And then I've actually just put some artificial moss. I decided to get artificial so that I could reuse it, and I can just keep using it for lots of different things. Obviously top it up with water, and that is it. And it looks so lovely. I really think it's just brought such a nice injection of colour,
and it's like an instant serotonin boost when you have yellow in your house, I think. It's so lovely.
Right, sofa covers are in the wash, dishwasher's on, sorry if that's a little bit noisy, and I've just got these towels out of the wash, and I think I'm gonna have to try my hardest to get these stains out, because these are from, I think they're from a brand called Dock and Bay or Dock and something. I got them on Amazon a few years ago for one of our holidays, and they're like microfiber towels. Jack really doesn't like this fabric, but I love it, and I just use them in the garden on the sun lounges or on the grass or whatever, and I really like them because they're such a beautiful colour and stripe. But we didn't realise they were left outside, screwed up in a ball all winter, and usually I wash everything and fold it up and put it in the cupboard, but I didn't realise these were outside, and I'm really sad because they have obviously got so much green all over them, only on certain sections. So I'm hoping, I think because they were screwed up in such a big ball, it hasn't really gone on all of it. I have just got them out the wash, so, oh, here's the brand, Dock and Bay. I'll try and link them below if they're still on Amazon because they're so lovely for summer. But I'm gonna try and get these stains out. So, yeah, this one is really bad. Can you see that? That's so bad. How stupid of us. I mean, I don't want to have to buy new ones, so we're gonna try the best to get this out. The rest of it's okay. So what I'm gonna do is put like the section that needs properly cleaning in the sink, and I'm gonna fill that up with some hot water. I'm going to use a laundry detergent tab in here, let that dissolve and sink in, and then I've got some baking soda and I've got some white vinegar. I actually use this on the windows, but it's literally just white vinegar in a spray bottle. So I'm going to pour a bit of that in here and then give it a good scrub. I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, let that soak in, and hopefully I can just give it a good scrub and the stains will come out. Fingers crossed. I also do have this Dr. Beckman stain remover, so I could give this a go if this doesn't work, but usually this works really well. I like doing this on socks, you know, like when you have white socks and they just never get clean again, like the bottoms get really dirty. I like soaking my white socks with a bit of the Oxy Vanish white thingy-majig, and it usually tends to work. So I'm gonna leave this in here while I do my next thing. Next on my list is to change the bedding. This isn't like a seasonal thing, I do this every week, but there is nothing better than fresh bedding, so I always like to open the windows. To be honest, I do that like whatever the weather, even if it's like the middle of winter, because it's just so nice to get the air flowing. There's nothing like making the bed to make you really hot. I think I need to get changed. It's actually so warm today. The bedding does still need ironing, but I need to jump on a meeting in 10 minutes, so I will do that later. I'm just going to put our little like dress cushions on. These big ones are from the White Company. This little one is from Ultimate Home. And there we go. I'm going to put the bedspread in the wash and the rest of the bedding, and then I can iron this a bit later. Always got to finish off with a bit of the deep sleep spray. This is my favourite. I absolutely love it.
And there we go. It definitely needs a good iron, but the bed is made. Right, it's a little bit later. I have just spent like the last couple of hours having a meeting and finishing off a client brand doc to send over, and I'm back to my list. So next on my list is to scrub down the base of, well, I say the base because it's only really the base that needs doing, of the urns on the patio. So these little things, and also these pots down here, just to give them a nice spruce up and a clean before the summer. I also am going to give the bird bath a good scrub and fill that back up, and I need to fill up the bird feeders as well. So that is next on my list. I have got an old saucepan. If you are replacing your old like saucepans and things, never throw them away, because you can just keep using them as like cleaning things. So I've got some fairy liquid, some warm water, and just a scrubbing brush, and I'm gonna give these a good scrub down and listen to a podcast while I do it and enjoy the sun because it's so nice.